Truth Seekers, welcome back. Zach here. Friday, June 9th, 2017, there was a very suspicious story in the headlines. At the Washington Monument, the Lincoln Memorial Reflecting Pool, reportedly 80 ducks died. And in the news story, they said it was because bacteria was contaminating the water. What stands out to me about this story is the date it came on, June 9th. In the language of gematria, the word duck sums to 69, and in case you're new here, I've been exposing since 2013 how every single day news is manufactured by the numbers in accordance with the calendar. So, here's a story of dead ducks on June 9th in the language of gematria, duck 69, a lot like 6/9 for June 9th. And something I talk about often, this number 80 is connected to tragedy. Here's a story. 80 dead ducks, supposedly from a bacteria contamination in the water. And what I would like to know, if anybody really does know, if there's anybody who's in Washington, D.C., and can verify that these ducks really died, I would love to know that information. My guess is if these ducks were really killed, it's because somebody showed up in the park, fed the ducks, and had some chemical contaminant in that food or bread or whatever they gave them. I mean, for anybody who's ever fed the ducks at a lake before, it's not hard, if you wanted to poison the ducks. You know, you start to feed the animals, they all fly and show up. So, I mean, if this is true, can somebody get back to me on if these ducks really died, or is this story just completely contrived and they drained the pond for ritual? But a little bit more. There's a lot more here, actually. We've established the 80 dead ducks, 80 the number connected to tragedy, and why June 9th. If you write out this phrase, 80 dead ducks, it sums to 79, like the name Lincoln. This is the Lincoln Memorial Reflecting Pool. The word murder also sums to 79, and Lincoln in the history books, the first presidential assassination. At least so we're told. What's even more interesting is Lincoln Memorial Reflecting Pool, where this happened, has gematria of 322. 322 associated with Yale's Skull and Bones, the presidents George W. Bush, George Herbert Walker Bush, father and son, both members of Yale's Skull and Bones. Yale equals 43, for the record. George W. Bush was the 43rd president. Skull and Bones equals 41. George Herbert Walker Bush was the 41st president. But Lincoln Memorial Reflecting Pool 322, again, this number is important to Masonry. Masonry, the keepers of knowledge. Understanding the spiritual texts, the religious texts very well. Abrahamic religions, Christianity, Islam, Judaism, 322. And once upon a time, there were the Rosicrucians, who have the roots of modern Masonry. And the Rosicrucians, what they were about was mixing the old, ancient mystery religions with the existing versions of the Bible. So again, Abrahamic religions, that includes Christianity, ancient mystery religions, 322, just like Abrahamic religions. And also, again, like this reflecting pool where this just happened. And in case you've never heard of Skull and Bones before, again, they identified by 322. I have a number of videos on this. In 2004, the presidential race was George W. Bush running for re-election versus John Kerry of the Democrats. And Tim Russert of Meet the Press asked both Kerry and Bush if it was true that they were members of Skull and Bones, and said, "What's up with the number 322? And, you know, there were some snickers. Both of them said it's a secret society. They can't say anything. But here's a big part of the secret. And you know what? There's one more I could have put up there for you. With this, regards to this having to do with mathematics, Euclid is the most important mathematician to Freemasonry. The Freemasons have the 47th problem of Euclid. Euclid of Alexandria is his whole full title, Gematria of 322. And again, the Freemasons have the 47th problem of Euclid, their compass logo with the G in the square beneath it. The compass is set at 47 degrees. The 47th problem of Euclid is about how to establish foundation for a structure. Foundation 47. The 47th problem of Euclid is using the pole star, which is the North Star. Pole star has the gematria 47. In DC, everything is 47. It was designed by a 33rd degree Scottish Rite Freemason from France. DC 47. Francis 47. Remember, I just said days ago, look for the next terror false flag hoax to be in Paris, and it happened the very next day, 47 days after the last one. But look at this. President 47, authority 47, government 47, White House 47, even the name Trump is 47. The night of the selection, Donald Trump in the 47-story Midtown Hilton Hotel. The roads of D.C. come to a 47-degree angle, just like the compass that points right at the White House. So again, this is all Masonry. Masonic in Jewish gematria is 223, the reflection at 322. The date of this news, June 9th, 2017, date with 52 numerology, authority 52, president 52, White House 52, government 52. If you noticed, a lot of the words with the 47 gematria also have the 52. These are our 4 foundational methods. If you think that, this is all just arbitrary, again, one more time. George Washington, 187 using the alphabetic order. Washington, D.C., 187 using the alphabetic order in reverse. And where D.C. used to once be the Catholic colony, which was run by the Jesuits, or called the Society of Jesus. Donald Trump's a Jesuit, so is the Pope. Their birthdays are 187 days apart, the full span. This year, or past year, Donald Trump had his convention July 18th, exactly 187 days before Inauguration Day in Washington, D.C. So we did George Washington 187, Washington D.C. 187, Society of Jesus 187, Trump's convention 187 days prior. The missing piece is the Scottish Rite of Freemasonry, which has its headquarters in Washington, D.C., just like the federal government. And their official name for North America is the Ancient Accepted Scottish Rite of Freemasonry, which also sums to 187. Not arbitrarily. Gematria comes from Kabbalah, which is based in the Torah, which is 187 chapters. You see? This whole numerical code, this 187, it pays tribute to where the code comes from. Paris, France, where the Freemason was from that designed Washington, D.C., also 187. This year on April 20th. On Adolf Hitler's birthday, we saw the Paris, France false flag hoax. Then 47 days later, the follow-up. Remember, Mein Kampf also came out on July 18th. The same day Trump had his convention, 187 days before Inauguration Day. Just in case you thought any of this number stuff was arbitrary. Also, about 80, if you write it out as a word, 80 ducks. 80 sums to 88. 80 also sums to 25, just like the name Trump, 88 and 25, and death, and dead ducks, and Comey versus the Comb-Over, and Time Magazine asking if Pence and the Congress will use the 25th Amendment to remove Trump because he's not mentally sound. Look at this. Trump 25, Pence 25, Comey 25, the Pope is also 25. See my work on Donald Trump visiting with the Pope on the 144th day of the year. Time Magazine wrote this article about the 25th Amendment being used to remove Trump. All of these stories are signaling some sort of premature end for Trump, no doubt. That's why on June 9th, this news. All right, Truth Seeker, until next time. Core. One last point about 322, its reflection 223, and Lincoln. Lincoln had an assassination attempt on his life February 23rd, 1861 at the Willard Hotel. He would die April 15th, 1865 in Ford's Theater, exactly 216 weeks later Remember, Trump had his convention in Cleveland, the 216 area code. But just notice the date of the first assassination attempt, February 23rd, 2/23. Also, Willard Hotel and Ford's Theater, matching gematria, Freemasonry, sums to 58 and 139. Notice the 68 as well. Want to show you something about the name Donald John Trump, his full name. 68, also 185, just like Ford's Theater and Willard Hotel. And again, Donald J. Trump also has the gematria of 68. So does The Apprentice, because all of this is planned theater, just like how Lincoln was shot in a theater by an actor. While watching a play about a character named Honest Asa. Look it up. There's a whole lot more to the riddle. All right, Truth Seeker. Until next time.